Hello everyone. Log files grow quietly over time and can fill disk without warning. In this video, I'm going to show you the safe, predictable way to check log sizes and clean them up without breaking anything. We will take this one step at a time, so let's go to the terminal. So before touching anything, we need to verify what's taking up space. I'm going to do df-h. This shows how full each disk is. Anything above 90% is a concern. As you can see, the root partition is at 100% full right now, so we definitely need to fix that. And log files are commonly stored on the root file system. So when a system reports disk errors, logs are one of the first places you need to check. So now we need to confirm logs are actually what's using up space in the root partition. To do that, I'm going to switch user to root. I'm going to run du-h --max-dev equals 1, and then the root directory. Looking through the root directory, var is the biggest location. So I'm going to look through var, and log is the biggest directory inside. So we're going to do the same command on logs. And this gives us a little bit of a better breakdown of what's going on there. This is where most Linux logs are going to live at, the /log. Du shows the disk usage inside of there. We're looking for unusual large files. So long-running servers often accumulate logs that no one checks. So now we're going to look at individual log files inside of the log directory. I'm going to clear the screen so you can see, and we'll do ls-lh var/log, and this is going to give us the log file size in human readable form. Now, large log files are normal, but unmanaged growth is not. And this step helps you decide what needs attention. So looking through here, I can see that syslog is 20 gigs. That's not normal. But we do not just go in blindly deleting log files. We empty them safely. And to do that, we use the command sudo truncate -s o and then the path to log that we're wanting to clear. Truncate sets the file size to 0. The file stays in place and the service keeps writing logs normally. So we should see no output. And that typically means it works, but because we're IT professionals, we're going to verify this by running the ls-lh command again. And this time, our syslog file is back to normal. This is the standard emergency fix when logs fill a disk. And if you had other large log files you need to clear out, you simply go back up here to the truncate command and put in the name of that log. For example, if I wanted to clear the auth log, it wasn't too terribly full to begin with, but it's lowered the size of it some. The key here is to go slow, one file at a time, only clearing what you have to clear. And again, after each time you clear a file, you need to verify it. Let me clear the screen so you can see. But you verify it by running df-h. And as you can see, my disk space has gone from 100% down to 16%. This confirms that the cleanup worked, so never skip this step. The biggest mistake I see people make is completely deleting the log file without thinking. Do not remove log files with rm. Some services will fail if the log file itself is missing. Always use truncate instead to empty the file. The second biggest mistake I see people make is clearing files without checking them to see what their actual file size is. Do not empty files just because they exist. And the third biggest mistake people make is not using sudo or not being root. If you encounter any type of permission error, this means you need to be sudo. To put this into a practical real-world example, you have a production server that stops processing jobs overnight. You go to access the console and see disk space errors. You then check var/log and find a runaway log file similar to what we did here today. You then would safely truncate it, reclaim that disk space, verify the new disk space, and then services on your server will recover without having to restart them or the server itself. This exact situation happens regularly in real IT environments. The next improvement would be automation. Linux includes tools that automatically rotate and compress log files so they do not grow endlessly. That's beyond the scope of this video, so we'll cover it next time, but do not configure that yet. First master the safe cleanup option and then go to that step. Log cleanup does not have to feel risky. When you follow these steps and verify as you go, it becomes a calm and predictable task. Work through this a few times and it will feel natural. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment down below.